communications to my body to survive in Brainiac's frozen wasteland. As for my mind, Dr. Frias always has a plan. But I couldn't plan our way out of this one. Time and time again, I refused to join Amanda Waller and her task force. All the evidence suggested my involvement would do little to save the world. But I could save our world. Eventually, the calls stopped coming, and we were alone. Until now. I received a communication from another Waller, another dimension, another chance. This Waller seems different, more calculating. Her task force sounds marginally more competent. They've already begun a counterattack against Brainiac. But as always with Waller, there was a deal to be made. Her world's greatest scientific minds working on a cure. For my assistance in recovering the Flash. Send a scientist to find a scientist, I see the logic. If her people can reach us, it'll prove their capabilities. And if they can't, it's still me and you against the world, Nora.
Dimensional invasion points, and a survivor. Dr. Frias. I've already been in contact and negotiated a deal.
See, Mr. Freeze? Even one from another dimension is sure to be very cool. Very competent.
I should hope so. She's agreed to aid us in the field and in the lab. It's clear Brainiac is still experimenting on the Justice League. We've isolated the Flash's unique Speed Force signature on the Skull ship.
Hang on a tick! Is what now? What do you mean all speedsters have got a...
Yes, Harkness, they do. Including you. You're especially easy to track.
Aww.
We're still working on details to acquire the Flash, but Freeze will be an asset there. Get her first.
Wait. Her?
I'm sure the only reason Freeze is helping you is for her wife. It's always the wife.
Our contact with Dr. Frias is causing sections of her frozen dimension to manifest. We're learning so much about the permeability of the multiverse. All quite alarming. Increased storage unit activity can only mean one thing. Brainiac is bolstering his troops. It must be incredibly useful to have your consciousness in multiple worlds. Very productive. I can't help but feel our little interdimensional rescue mission will kick the proverbial hornet's nest.
This is it, Task Force X. We'll deploy a jammer to get eyes on you, while Dr. Frias makes final preparations. Then get her and her wife back to the Hall of Justice.
Another day, another Earth.
Even with the watchtowers down, the squad ship is scanning for Dr. Frias' suit signature.
As such, I'll have to rely on you to create a diversion and escort her back to your world. I'll draw fire and follow you through the portal once Nora is safe. Should anything happen to her, I will snap each of your
Savage energy. Does Freezy have to be so cold?
Detecting earthly resistance. All forces, silence them.
Taking a pop at Deadshot's target.
This is what winning feels like. All units, fall back!
Prioritizing targets.
Deadshot saying it with jet fuel.
Quite how I would have done it.
That was too close. Boom!
Whatever japes you're hiding, I will uncover them, Task Force X.
Man, I always hit the target.
Prioritizing target.
This is what winning feels like.
Taking heavy damage! Retreat!
Excellent. Now make your way to the jammer and try not to die en route.
Ooh, hate to be standing in the middle of that.
Selecting new target!
You're in for nasty weather.
Under fire! Regrouping!
That's me done. I feel so accomplished. This is how a professional does it.
You'll run out of ammunition eventually, Lord. I can wait.
To the victor go the spoil, and the victor is me. Enemy, prepare for disassembly!
Done and done. I'd say I should have a try.
Firing on shoulder. Not a complete disaster. Well done, Task Force X. Get yourselves to the jammer.
Well, congratulations. Your incessant irksome behavior has led Brainiac to compromise your shield earlier than anticipated. Get to Nora and get her safely through the portal. Safely.
Punching it.
You just can't finish a fight, can you? No matter, Task Force X, I'll finish it for you.
Enemy reinforcements. It's like Christmas.
What goes up?
These reinforcements should make short work of those Earthlings.
Custom arrangement, hand-calibrated, and all mine.
Come on, Sharko, it's one frozen lady. How hard can it be?
Kid, get down here.
Victoria Frias, I presume.
Amanda Waller. So tell me again about the partner benefits.
The deductibles are hell.
Whoa! Like a giant collectible! She's in mint condition! BNIB!
Nora has undergone vitrification. She is not an action figure.
I think they are bonding.
Shark, we didn't go through all that to make friends. We need her tech to win the war.
Statistically, it's extremely unlikely you can stop Brainiac.
Come on. I thought you'd be up for taking the long shot, no matter the cost.
Oh, tingly.
These are your world's finest scientific minds? What happened here?
I am more of a hobbyist, but I would also be happy to assist.
And you get to hang out with us while your Sheila's defrosting. No offense.
I'll be frank, Dr. Frias. You want Task Force X to take you and your wife back to the Ice Age? Fine. But you know a better offer isn't coming. For either of you.
Desperate times, desperate measures. Name your price.
There might be a teeny nanite bomb in your head, Clive.
Do it. For Nora. No matter the cost.
Good for them. Cute couple. You got strong and you got silent.
I eliminate Brainiac from the multiverse, and you fulfill your end of the deal. Yes?
First, a little downtime, Doctor. Luther has some files on metahuman tissue regeneration that I'd like an expert opinion on.
Don't worry, ma'am. We'll look after her. Does she like store brand or name brand? I've got protein bars.
Keep it moving, people. Check the duty roster. In and out.
Much to my body's chagrin. I haven't missed leg day since the last mass extinction event, and I'm not starting now. You brought me to this world to do what, exactly? Gather dust? Could you check on Nora? It's not separation anxiety, it is separation analysis. Keeping me sidelined wastes my time, strength, and intellect. A hat trick of tossed potential. Oh no, not seclusion. Anything but seclusion. Please. Lucky for all of us, I enjoy my own company. Brainiac is out there, yet I am in here. Don't have to be an unparalleled genius to call that bad math. And here we have an opportunity to observe the buffoon in its natural habitat. A box. An entire world's greatest scientific mind, and you keep it in a box. Unbelievable. Lucky for all of us, I enjoy my own company.
Yeah, I'm gonna get ahead of this and just, apologize for Boomerang right now. Your wife's really improving my squat game. Must be nice to have someone who loves you so much that they'd watch the world die to save you. Will you remember all this? You know, when they defrost you. You're smart, right? We could use more smarts around here. Will you remember all this? You know, when they defrost you.
Your lady wife informs me that we will be firm friends. I long to converse with you about the fauna of my home. What is your favorite ice cream flavor? I want to make sure I have some ready. We will have many spirited debates on how best to stop sea hunting and large-scale fishing operations. I look forward to sharing my crippling fear of cookie-cutter sharks with someone who will truly understand. What is your favorite ice cream flavor? I want to make sure I have some ready. I long to converse with you about the fauna of my home.
Ooh, I love a captive audience. Now, to workshop that bit I've been dying to try out. So there's this farmer.
Should I start some for you?
You love blowing things up. I love blowing things up. It's a match made in heaven. Nora, my long frost friend. So good to see ya. From one interdimensional refugee to another, the coffee here sucks, right? Hey, Nora. You look ill at freeze in there, girl. Not loving your wife working for a government agency, huh? Nora, my long frost friend. So good to see ya.
Good job on bagging yourself a muscle, Mommy. They sure make 'em big on your Earth. I hear you messed up LexCorp on your Earth. Maybe that could be our first girls' night? I know when you get out of this thing, we're gonna be besties. Codependency's a hell of a drug. I've been there. I've been thinking, Freeze calls you cuttlefish, right? I'm gonna go with manta ray. I hear you messed up LexCorp on your Earth. Maybe that could be our first girls' night?
Could all be worse. I'm not sure how.
Look, love, I gotta practice me pickup lines on someone. And you're my best audience. So buckle up. Do you drink soda? 'Cause you are so delicious. Are you behind the wickets? 'Cause you look like a keeper. Do you have a band-aid? 'Cause I just scraped my knee falling for you. Are you a parking ticket? 'Cause you have fine written all over you. Do you drink soda? 'Cause you are so delicious.
If we're lucky, Brainiac's data will hold something we can use. You wouldn't call this a lost cause yet, so I'll withhold my judgment. For now. I know, you told me finding common ground with people builds relationships. I'm just not sure I want to explore what I have in common with these people. Hey, Cuttlefish. Criminal activity sure loses its savor without you. In fact, what am I saying? Everything loses its savor without you. This team is interesting, Cuttlefish. We'll see how this all plays out. Let Morgan know if anyone's trying to bother you. I'll handle it. I'll add some new songs to your playlist before the next mission. Wouldn't want you getting bored. I'll tell Hiro not to touch your pod's settings, though he did improve the efficiency. Stay safe, Cuttlefish. We'll get through this. We'll give this world a fighting chance, Nora. And you too. Nothing more for now, Cuttlefish. But I'll tell you if anything changes. All right, I won't fuss over you any longer. Wish we could talk like we used to, Nora. Soon. I should go. I have a cure to find, after all. Don't worry, I'll be back. And I promise I will take a rest. If we're lucky, Brainiac's data will hold something we can use.
You're telling me it's one of how many bodies? And you weren't able to bring it back here?
Gather up, Task Force X. I want the Flash back here in one piece, so pay attention.
In order for us to retrieve the Flash from the Skull ship, you will first need to remove the Data Vault's defenses, reveal the vault, and defeat this Brainiac iteration.
Get all of that? I hope so.
All this, Flash. Of all your options.
Welcome to yet another disturbing Elseworld. I'm going to be taking point on this operation. I will be relaying Director Boomerang's orders.
Aren't I? Seems like I need a quick recalibration.
Out cold, freeze. Don't worry. My
This
unit
suit
will make
was
that area hot in no time.
So expensive.
How many more chances does Freeze deserve? Freeze is down. All forces, finish what you started on her world.
I'll divert power from the Prometheum shield to facilitate your revival. The cost is precious time.
One of those mines and it's... Get me?
No fair! Cannon throwing an electrified fence at us!
I think your Colonel Flag is simply jealous of this installation. Earthling men are like that.
Don't get squeamish on me now! Grab those alien gut chunks!
Terminot residue. Back to the target. The cannon is exposed. Commence vivisection.
My warriors, the ideal scenario is the Earthlings do no damage.
Here goes your touchdown.
Oh, look at him. Will the task force exit this dimension survive by aerial mines?
Oh no! That death rail sends your tailored purple suits. Get those Terminot chunks!
Cannon volley overhead. Plenty. I should get these alien guts back in circulation.
Dialing in on breathe. Later.
Let me swing in for a sec.
A warning, Task Force X. Those mines are quite lethal. Try not to touch.
Artillery, hit the deck!
You're going to damage a complex machine of my design. Cute. Evolution complete. You four now have a new bomber to contend with.
Gotta get those Terminaut chunks. Big alien cannon's not gonna hurt itself.
Initiate new firing sequence.
Look alive! Energy weapon firing! Better restore my system. There's enough specimens. Now begin the biohacking.
Position too hot. Joker's closing in. Let's see what's evolved from this terminal pairing. Well, a new bomber.
Seems like I need a quick recalibration.
That's right. I razzle and dazzle.
Let me ask you a question. Roll up on Terminaut residue. Back to the target.
Battlefield evolution. Let's all welcome our new bomber.
We can repurpose their remains against them. So efficient.
Death ray! Neat! Wait, it's aimed at us.
Artillery! I'm for this. Fly!
Collected enough Terminaut remains. Time to redirect at the target. There! Make this weak spot an open wound!
This did not turn the tide. This did not affect any magnetic pull. Orient yourself quickly, my new destroyer. And do what you do best. A heads up. I've engaged a new firing sequence.
I expected more from you. Foolish, I know. Better restore my systems.
Bomber Genesis complete. Engage the enemy.
Failure noted.
Get those Terminaut chunks!
Artillery strike dropping!
Coming down like a rocket.
Looks like a new bomber has hatched. Kill Task Force X.
Plenty. I should get these alien guts back in circulation.
Lining up on me.
Have something nice, hot, and fresh.
Updating fire pattern on the weapon. Let Task Force X tangle with that. Lining up on breathe.
Collected enough Terminaut remains. Time to redirect at the target.
You should really have stopped that terminal from growing Task Force X.
Hey, what's the big
There's a
idea?
new bomber type.
Hey, giant gun jerk! I'm the one who...
Well, look who whose projections were proven wrong again?
The data indicated at least one of them would have been brutally eviscerated.
Luther, speechless? Great work, Task Force X.
Brainiac's engineering is form over function. I look forward to testing my hypothesis.
I suspect Brainiac's engineering is form over function. I look forward to testing my hypothesis.
A warning, Task Force X. I'm deploying artillery. Just you.
Don't get squeamish on me now! Grab those alien gut chunks!
I'm honing my method.
That level of savagery was unexpected.
Watch out for those mines!
That amount of damage wouldn't even stop you. I wouldn't want the fight to be too lopsided. This keeps it engaging.
Terminal Detritus is right for the taking. So take it!
The beam. Wonderful. I want to study its effects on your remains.
Contact is extremely caustic.
Just gotta limber up on him.
Gathered enough specimens. Now begin the biohacking.
An act of petty vandalism. Almost endearing. Nowhere is safe, Joker.
There! Procure the Terminot biomatter.
All you out, all you in. The end result is deadly either way.
Don't let the laser beam hit you!
Support that newly spawned destroyer. Shield regenerating. Clear fire. Regrouping.
Grenade busted?
The cannon reveals its flawed anatomy. Focus your fire.
Say, I didn't order the aerial
bombardment. Don't get squeamish on me now. Grab those alien shots.
Pull up on Terminot residue. Back to the target.
Relying on others for assistance, Dr. Frias. You really have changed. Misjudged the data again, Freeze. Perhaps it's time to acknowledge your shortcomings. A new bomber has evolved. Follow his directives, or stay out of his way.
Artillery, get out of the way!
Good luck with that. They have burned 2 books.
Last one to collect a bunch of Terminot chunks is a rotten... You have eggs on this Earth, right? Yeah?
Step back, Freeze!
Feeling the burn over here. The bad kind.
Lining up on Freeze. Under fire. Regrouping.
Now that is an ill-tempered bit of extraterrestrial.
Very...
Sure glad they can't take a hint.
Selecting new target.
My resources are dwindling. No rest for the wicked. Our foes are regrouping.
Now forward defensive! Focusing on a new target!
Bring me the Flash. Kill Brainiac, but bring me the Flash.
He may be somewhat disoriented when you find him, so handle him with care.
You heard the doctor. With care.
Hold on, my systems need some adjustment.
If only you could turn back the clock. But some errors are irreversible.
Approaching our next objective.
Here to reclaim your sworn enemy, the Flash? How touching. I'll be more than happy to share my research with you. In fact, I've made a breakthrough. As you can see, I am now a league of my own. Calculators out, and pencils ready, Task Force X.
Hey, Luther, how do we do this? Decoupling? Kryptonite? Kryptonite decoupling?
What are you? I understand now. Let's see. Both iterations have been susceptible to bullets previously. Try that.
So just counter him where it hurts. Alright, good enough for me.
Extreme decreases in temperature can result in loss of limb and death. I do hope you're prepared.
My resources are dwindling.
You Earthlings have superstitions about cold winds, correct? I suggest heeding them.
Harley Quinn!
Afraid by my own element.
I admit, I did borrow some inspiration from Freeze on the rapid cooling ratios. Let these cool a bit before you barrel into them.
Seems like I need a quick recalibration.
Extreme decreases in temperature can result in loss of limb and death. I do hope you're prepared. I admit, I did borrow some inspiration from Freeze on the rapid cooling ratios.
Trying the same thing, expecting a different result.
Let's consider the other side of the equation now. Even I make room for the more useful classics. Enough of a challenge to break a sweat. What more could I possibly ask of you?
Really knock your socks off.
Despite how distressingly ill-prepared you always are, this distraction is useful. Ah yes, I can see the variables much more clearly now. A perfect opportunity to introduce a new element. I come bearing gifts in the form of your searing mutilation.
And I thought I had anger issues.
Good thing I'm a bad ball hitter, because that one was way off base.
One should always try to begin with proven theory.
Have something nice, hot, and
This occurs naturally on your Earths. Not even the fundamentals will stick with you. I'll break you down into something even simpler. And much smaller. A little quick preparation first. Always good to get out and move around. The cold earth. A different placement this time to optimize the throughput. Yes. I modified this Kryptonian thunderclap. Feedback is greatly appreciated.
Hold up. My systems need some adjustment.
Oh, let me swing in for a sec.
You Earthlings have superstitions about cold winds, correct? I suggest heeding them. A chilling round of applause for our would-be heroes. Extreme decreases in temperature can result in loss of limb and death. I do hope you're prepared. Don't worry, I'll have this done in a... language bleed through. Enough of a challenge to break a sweat. What more could I possibly ask of you? You Earthlings have superstitions about cold winds, correct? I suggest heeding them. Extreme decreases in temperature can result in loss of limb and death. I do hope you're prepared.
Quit's getting brash!
All plans must be capable of weathering setbacks, especially such frustratingly tenacious ones as you. Not much variation here, but there is potential. Always good to get out and move around. The cold does metaphorically get to one. Enough of a challenge to break a sweat. What more could I possibly ask of you? And yet you foolishly persist. For days on end. Mind-bendingly incomprehensible. You might think wind would be less combustible. And yet... This occurs naturally on your Earths. Who comes up with these? the new four can appreciate such brutal simplicity.
Target practice, that's all that was!
Precision.
I've allowed you to continue more than long enough. This little diversion ends now. Give these a moment. The end result may shock you. You will not right. Once more, and I will finally be rid of you, uselesses.
Really? I mean, really?
The chill down your spine is my projections predicted something akin to this. I never intended to experience it. But ultimately, what happened? This data is beginning to give diminishing returns.
I really used to get it winded. Hey, shouldn't you all be in jail?
I've adjusted the phasing array so they can choose the terms and conditions of their own suicide missions. Godspeed, Task Force X.
New technology should be rigorously tested. I volunteer.
The hell are you idiots doing? Get the Flash into stasis and get back to work.
Wish you were always that fun, Flasher. We'll make a sidekick out of you yet.
We Coluans have always striven for greatness. Yet when I reached out to seize that greatness, I was ostracized. My so-called peers dubbed my experiments on living test subjects unethical, reckless. Some even attempted to discredit me and my discoveries. It was then I realized only I truly understood greatness. Of course, my persecutors soon changed their tune when our planet was threatened, just as I predicted it would be. Suddenly, they looked to me for answers, and I was happy to provide them. I selected and archived the best Colu had to offer, and created a vessel to hold it. You, my ship. An ark to an eternal Colu.
Board-flying cars go for a cool millions.
You're in good hands, Flash. My bedside manner may be lacking, but I make up for it in witty banter. No, save your voice. No, really. another test subject will prove invaluable for my research. You have nothing to fear. I won't be testing my incomplete hypotheses on you. Although this technology isn't technically peer-reviewed, I have every confidence in it. You're in good hands, Flash. My bedside manner may be lacking, but I make up for it in banter.
I've heard of ice baths, but this ain't it. Huh. Flash is piped right down. Hey, we got a spare tube for Boomer? Congrats, man. You've been a hero, a villain, and now a popsicle. Well, look at you. One bag of confetti from being a snow globe. So, seems like an alien colonizer messing with your brain does teach you humility. Well, look at you. One bag of confetti from being a snow globe. Huh. Flash is piped right down. Hey, we got a spare tube for Boomer?
If we open the tube, does he fire out like a spring-loaded snake? Frozen valor really makes you think that, oh, look, a twinkly light. I want to tap on the glass, oh, but I don't want to scare the little guy. Anyone got a magic marker? No? Oh, come on, just one twirly mustache. Whew. Tubes, vats, gosh, people are just having terrible times in containers on this world. Frozen valor really makes you think that, oh, look, a twinkly light.
Wow. People go awful quiet when you knock them out and stuff them in tubes, huh? Is that suit thermal? You got long johns on in there? Fuzzy socks? I wonder, does he dream real fast or dream about being fast? I just know if that were me, I'd get an itch I couldn't scratch. Unbearable. You know, I kind of like you this way, Flash. All suspended and stuff. I wonder, does he dream real fast or...
Interesting. Boomerang talks about you in his sleep, but you do not talk about him. I have many questions I would like to ask the fastest man alive. I look forward to our conversations as you slowly regain consciousness. Would you like to hear some of my poetry? Blink twice for yes. This does not seem like the ideal container for someone who values motion. I have many questions I would like to ask the fastest man alive. Would you like to hear some of my poetry? Blink twice for yes. I have many questions I would like to ask the fastest man alive. Would you like to hear some of my poetry? Blink twice for yes. I have many questions I would like to ask the fastest man alive. Would you like to hear some of my poetry? Blink twice for yes.
Careful now, mate. Hate for you to lose another finger to frostbite. Don't fog the glass, Flasher. You're looking at the fastest man conscious. You know how it is, Flashy. Break the rules, get suspended. From the lamest in the league to the lamest guy we got in a tube. Not so fast now, are you, dickhead? Don't fog the glass, Flasher. You're looking at the fastest man conscious!